Hello and welcome back to the channel, and today we are doing a blind pacing challenge. Let's get into it. Now this challenge has been set to me by Ben from This Messy Happy, and what the intention is to see just how well us runners are able to pace ourselves without looking at our watch based on perceived effort. So what I have to do is to find a 1 kilometer stretch of road, which I'm just running along now. As you can see, it's a little bit snowy out here, the ground's a bit slippy, so it's going to be a little bit of a challenge not to fall over for a start. But what I need to do is to run 1 kilometer at a fairly decent effort, edging towards 5k race pace, stop at the finish line, see how long it's taken, and then turn around and run that kilometer back without looking at my watch and see just how close I am to that 5k race pace pacing. That's a mouthful. So I'm going to try that a few times. Just to recap, run 1 kilometer and try and run back at exactly the same pace, so it should take the same amount of time to get back to my start line as it did to run the first kilometer. I'll do it 3 or 4 times and see just how close I am, and I'm going to be basing my pace on my perceived effort, edging up towards that race pace. Now the slight challenge that I've got is that I can't run on pavement for obvious reasons. It is slippy, it's icy, there's a car coming, I'm going to have to do that now. So there's not much chance of me being able to hold a very good pace running on this snow and ice. So what I'm going to have to do is to try and run on the road just there. It's quite a busy road, however, and so dodging in and out of cars is going to be a little bit tiresome after a while, no doubt. Now the other slight issue that I've got to contend with is I don't have a stretch of road 1 kilometer long that is perfectly flat. So the route that I'm choosing starts pretty much here and goes in a slight, goes around a bend here and then goes a slight uphill with an ever so slight headwind, about 1 kilometer in that direction. And then I've got to turn around and try and hold the same pace on the way back, but without contending with that slight uphill. I'll have a slight downhill and a slight tailwind. So if I'm trying to hit the exact pacing, I'm going to have to try and flex a little bit to account for those slight anomalies, and just see if we can do that anyway. I'm here on my start line. I'm going to use this bus stop as a start line, and subsequently on my 2nd kilometer it will be my finish line. After each effort, I'm going to then rest for 3 minutes or so, bring my heart rate back down, allow myself to recover before going again. I'm going to know where my start and finish line is because I'll have drawn it out. I won't know what my pace is. Let's get this done, shall we? Kilometer 1, coming in hot. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, and go. So I'm going to accelerate up towards a reasonably fast pace of around about, I think, 3 minutes and 30 seconds a kilometre. Oh, there's a car coming already, and that's ruined that. Right, we'll reset that and go again. This is going to be more of a problem than I thought. It's almost 11 o'clock, so it's a busy time of day to be attempting a challenge, but let's give that another go, shall we? And let's go. Start that again. No cars this time. I hope there is one coming that way. I'm using the Alpha Fly Next Percent today just for that extra little bit of propulsion to hopefully combat some slowing in pace as a result of the conditions. Right, I'll pick up a little later in the interval. Right, and there we have interval number 1. And these two traffic lights here were my finish line. So a nice marker there, traffic lights this side, bus stop at the other side. My issue was, as you can see, it's a single carriageway, and I had a bus and I had multiple cars, which meant that I was zigzagging across the road. And in particular on this side of the road, a bit further down there, it's really icy, so it was a bit slippy and I had to dart across to the other side. So not ideal conditions. I'm not making excuses, Ben, but there's my excuses anyway. I'm 2 minutes into a 3-minute rest, so it's almost time to go again. Heart rate has come back down, 114. So let's just get ready to go again any minute. All right, a few seconds left. And we're going in for interval 2, 3, 2, 1, and go. Right, I'm gonna settle into a pace. Feels a little bit easier this way, ever so slight downhill, and I don't have that ever so slight cold headwind. So let's pick it up a little further into the interval. And there we have interval number 2. I haven't checked the time, so I'm not sure how fast I was going that time. I'm not sure how close I was to the first split, but what I have to do at the end is review the times of each split, and every second that I'm above or below the first one, I have to add 1 point. Now, points are bad. We want 0 points. We want to be bang on. So every second that I'm over or under gets a point added to my tally. And the intention is to have as few points as possible at the end. Right, give yourself another 2 minutes, bring the heart rate down, and then we go again. Here's the bus. Whoop. See? Busy, busy. Lots of people out today as well, look. Everyone's sledging. I know what I'll be doing after this run. Alright, last few seconds of the rest coming up. Heading in now for interval number 3. There are people standing in the middle of the road. Come on, out of the way. Oh, and there's a bus coming. Damn it. Right. This is the problem you see, Ben. Excuses, excuses. Right. Let's wait for him to get out of the way and then we'll go. Come on. Right then, the bus has moved out of the way. Let's do this. Let's go in for interval 3 then. We're off. Let's accelerate up to pace, settle in, breathe deep, and I will see you at the finish line of interval 3. Oh, I felt it that time. Oh, the cold air, it's just burning my chest. So that's interval 3. Again, I'm not sure what the time was. I just know that I stopped it on, well, it's 5 kilometers so far because I did a 2k warm-up plus 3 kilometers of intervals. So I stopped the watch bang on 5 kilometers. But again, I don't know what time. We'll check that at the end. Let me just get my breath back and then we'll go in for the final and 4th kilometer interval. Here we are then. My heart rate has come down to 117, got my breath back. We're going in for the 4th and final kilometer, aiming for around about 3:30 pace. So let's get this done. Let's get home and warmed up. Here we go. Ready? Go! Right. So, just settle into a pace, enjoy the views, have a look at this. Lovely, crisp, winter, snowy sunrise. This downhill feels so much less intense than the uphill. I quite enjoy this bit. I'm going for the final finish line, and that is it. Oh, I think I've gone a bit quick there. I think I went a bit fast there. I just caught a glimpse of the watch as I crossed the line, and it said that that kilometre was 3 minutes and 20, which is a bit too fast. But never mind. That is the end of that. Well, that was quite tough going. I enjoyed it though. Felt like a good session as well. So now what I'm going to do, it's 1 kilometre to get home. So set the watch away. Let's just take it nice and easy back and have a think about what we've just been doing. So then, just cooled down, got back home, and having a quick look through Strava at the splits. First effort, 3 minutes and 24. Second, 3 minutes and 14. So that downhill, obviously the perceived effort felt similar, but the downhill with the slight breeze behind me has added, or has taken 10 seconds away from that pace. So I lose 10 points for that. Third one, 3 minutes and 25. So that was 1 second off the first interval of 3:24. So I lose a point for that. So that's 11 points lost. And the final downhill effort, 3 minutes and 19. So I lose 5 points for that. So all in all, 16 points scored or not scored, depending on how you look at it. But a little of a lesson from that is that perceived effort can very much depend on the circumstances as well, whether the gradient of the floor, headwind, tailwind, that sort of thing. So whilst it may have felt like I was running the same effort the entire time, actually some of the variables and external factors were causing me to run slightly faster or slightly slower. So yes, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that sort of great stuff. Share this video with your friends, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Yo!